How's it going? I'm Anthony, and these are stories of my life. For those of you just joining us for the first time, these videos are a cognitive therapy tool for me. I have taken some head injuries over the years. My memory's been failing me, and the doctors suggested that I make these videos to preserve the memories I still have, as well as inspire some of you all to provide me with details that I may have lost, or even remind me of events I've completely forgotten, in which case then I can either remake an old video with new details or make a whole new video for you. So I'm sure you get the idea. At any rate, I got kind of a fun one for you today. Well, let me set up the last video. Building off the last video, it was 1991. I was 13 years old. I had been living with my mom for the last year for 8th grade, which was rough. My mother was an alcoholic, mentally and emotionally abusive. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch the last video, you'll get a clue. And but yeah, somewhere in there, I learned that at my age, at the time, I could make the legal decision to live with whatever parent I wanted. And that's just the way it was. So as soon as I figured that out, boom, I'm moving in with my dad. So I graduated 8th grade, told my mom moving in with my dad. She was pissed. I don't know if she was just genuinely mad or if she's mad because she wasn't going to be getting the child support income anymore. But whatever, I didn't care. So moving in with my dad. My dad was all for it, and he ended up picking an apartment right in literally the perfect spot. I don't think it could have gotten any better. It was a one-bedroom apartment at Quail Creek Apartments in Riverside, California, on the corner of Horace and Arlington. Now, it was only a one-bedroom. My dad had been doing better financially, but he couldn't afford anything extravagant. And he was more worried about getting me where I wanted to be so that I go to the school I wanted to be around my friends, etc., etc. This apartment complex was expensive, so he could afford a one-bedroom reasonably, and that's what he did. So we got this one-bedroom apartment. We had some bunk beds in there. It was my dad, myself, and my dad's cat, Peaches. Now, Peaches is the subject of this video, but I'll get into that in a second. My dog, Dexter, ended up having to stay with my mom because we couldn't have the dog there. Actually, I don't even think we were supposed to have the cat there, but whatever. And but what made this great was, like I said, the location. So it was a real nice area, low crime, clean, well kept, right by California School for the Deaf. Up the road was the high school I wanted to go to, Riverside Poly High School, so I could easily walk there and back for school. So my dad didn't have to worry about that. But what made it great was my friends were all in the area. We had, real close by, we had Charles Cho was right there. I didn't get to hang out with Charles as much as I'd like, but he was really, really cool dude. Just good dude. Miss that guy, really good dude. Up from him was Jim Hudson, my oldest and dearest friend, who's the other part of this video. His brother Joe, Jeff, we had Jason Bob, Brandon Bob, or J Bob and B Bob as we know them. Across the road from them, we have Wendy and Melissa Thornton, who we're real close to. Nikki Heiliger and her brother, I can't remember his name now, actually, now I think about it. Anyway, but all around that area, going the other direction, we had like Ian Shaw, Mike Pena, Gabe Pena, who was another real dear friend of mine at the time, and his sister Jennifer. And then all nearby, we had all of our other friends, Richard Barbo, Matt Hennis, Tommy, Nathan Gray, Ryan Law, just a whole bunch of people all within that vicinity. So it was really cool. And at any rate, so that first summer, I'm now with my dad. We got everything all moved in. And Jim comes over. Now, Jim knew my dad, and he knew my cat. And because he'd come to the nursery, and he'd seen the cat there, and whatever else. But Jim forgot a crucial detail. And let me get into that with you. So now, to give you a background on the cat. The cat's name is Peaches. And Peaches is a half Siamese, half Russian blue. If you don't know these two types of cats, they can be quite vicious. Tough little bastards. Peaches was unique, though. Peaches had a deformity in that she had an extra toe on all of her feet. and it was a fully formed toe with claw. More than that, her claws extended farther than a normal cat's, like pretty radically farther than a normal cat's claws. And so that made her extra lethal. And I can remember watching her at the nursery grabbing birds off of trees, just sneaking up under them and ripping them apart. She was just that vicious. And she had been a stray, like a really young stray, and my dad had found her or what have you. My dad referred to her as a feral cat. But she loved my dad. The cat loved my dad. Now, what was unique about the cat was that she almost seemed bipolar. You know, it was really funny because one minute she's super sweet, the next minute she's a complete asshole. But when you pet her, she loved it. She loved being pet, and she would eat it up. The caveat was that you had to make eye contact with the cat if you're going to pet her. So you couldn't sit there and pet her and look away and talk to somebody else. You literally had to pet the cat, look at the cat. If you didn't, the cat would claw and bite the living crap out of your hand. And yeah, she wasn't nice about it. It was at the point where my dad had to put a sign up that explained this to people if they planning on petting the cat while it was sitting on the counter, because he just got tired of just telling everybody. You know, it wasn't his cat; it was just a stray cat that would come in. But he made a point, said just either don't pet the cat or make sure you're making eye contact. So, yeah, like I said, bipolar cat. And when you pet her, it was funny because she'd end up purring like a motorboat, just. So it was hilarious to hear. So you loved petting her just because that was so funny. But anyway, so Jim comes over to the apartment and sees the cat. And I'm sitting there talking with him, and as soon as he sees the cat, he says, "Oh, Anthony, is that your nice cat or your mean cat?" Oh. Oh, for those of you that don't know me, I'm kind of an asshole. Okay, no, I am an asshole. So my response was, "Oh, that's the nice cat." And yeah. So Jim walks over and he starts petting the nice cat. And he's petting it and he's having a good old time petting the cat. Oh, you. Cat's purring and purring, just loving it, eating it up, getting scratches into the chin, and just everything else. And Jim's just having a good old time. I'm just letting him. And then I go sit down on the couch, and I turn on the TV. Put something on that he and I both are going to like, and then I go, "Oh, hey, Jim, check this out." Jim's like, "Yeah, what is it?" "Oh, that's cool. That's blah, 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 blah." Sure enough, lo and behold, Jim's just freaking out, just screaming. And cat's locked on, both claws just biting the crap out of him. Tail flopping everywhere, back legs just flying everywhere. Finally, Jim just this cat goes flying across the room, hits the wall, and runs off. And Jim's just like, "Oh, what the fuck? Oh, Jesus. Damn it, Anthony. I thought you said that was your nice cat." I was like, "Jim, I've only got one cat." Oh, and he had to think about it for a minute. He goes, "Oh, shit. You're right. You do. Oh, man, why didn't you tell me?" And I just laughing. "You asshole." And he starts laughing his ass off. His arm's all clawed. Oh, his arm's just torn to bits. Got bite marks in it, whatever else. So of course we had to clean it up and make sure everything was all good. But it was fine. Oh man, that was so funny, so funny. He was laughing at it and he was pissed at the same time. But Jim appreciates a good asshole joke, so he thought it was freaking hilarious too. Oh God, I miss him. Oh God, yeah, he was my oldest and dearest friend. We lost Jim some years ago to Ewing sarcoma. That's a rare form of bone cancer, if you're not familiar with it. But Oh, I can still see it. Oh, I'm sure if he heard me telling this story, he'd be laughing his ass off too. At the same time, flipping me off. But yeah, that was a good memory. Good memory. I miss you, Jim. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good one.